as Andrew Porter, Ronan Kelleher and Tadhg Furlong make up a dynamic front row for Ireland. Tadhg Byrne, James Ryan in the second row. Caelan Doris has been outstanding since his introduction to international rugby, alongside the Lions number 8 Jack Conan and Josh van der Flier. Gibson, Park and Sexton, the halfbacks, have been controlling in all they've done. Aki and Ringrose in the midfield. Keenan and Conway alongside Mac Hansen, the debutant today. Enormous day for him and his family. As for Wales, well, shorn of so much experience. Wyn Jones, though, and Tom Francis, either side of Ryan Elias, strong front row. Rowlands alongside Beard, and Jenkins and Wainwright alongside Basham in the number 7 shirt. The Six Nations debut for him, he's been outstanding. Thomas Williams and Dan Bigger, the halfbacks. Tompkins and Adams, so much will be asked of that centre pairship today. Rhys Sammet and McNichol, either side of the Rolls-Royce of attacking machines that is Liam Williams. There are the benches. We will see most, if not all. You feel it's a 23-man game these days, no question about that. The 23 that are here for Wales are reasonably experienced. What Ireland have, as they come to the pitch, is a very settled side. A side that boasts arguably the best front row in world rugby right now, and a half-back pairing that are utterly comfortable for club and country. There is, though, a little bit of inexperience in this Irish side today. And it's Wales who get us underway. Alongside me is Philippa Tuddiett, the former Wales international at both 15 and 7s. We will hear from her in just a moment. In fact, we'll get her in right now. Philippa, your thoughts on this one?
Oh, what an exciting game to kick things off. You talk about Wales coming into this as the champions, the reigning Six Nations champions, but they are up against an incredibly in-form, settled Ireland team.
Bundee Aki, speaking of weight, carries the ball into the Welsh defence. Johnny Sexton, and Mac Hansen gets his hand on the ball, and Hansen's introduction to international rugby is a beauty. He goes after it. Which way will it bounce? Back over everyone. But what a way to introduce yourself.
Absolutely, the one thing you want is to get your hands on the ball and have a bit of a stretch. It was a lucky rebound, really.
Yeah.
You could just see Johnny Sexton trying to feed it through. It got blocked, but look at this confidence. At full pace, already looking to get that chip and chase in.
Yep.
Kelleher and Ireland go to the maul, and as I say that, Van der Flier peels away, and Caelan Doris takes the ball up, and Ireland are well inside the Welsh 22. Ringrose steps back inside, but he's wrapped up. Tompkins, I think, is the one to make the tackle. Tadhg Furlong is chopped down. Still, though, there for Ireland. Jonathan Sexton on the wraparound. Here's Mac Hansen, pass outside. Bundee Aki! 2 minutes, 17 seconds. Ireland have the first try of the Guinness Six Nations 2022. Mac Hansen involved. And ominous signs for Wales as Ireland were in complete control.
Arguably, Mac Hansen could have been in for an earlier try. They had space on the right wing, but still they recycled. And there's just the awareness there to put that floating pass in over the top. That's a warning sign for Wales. They know the physicality that the island possess, but they cannot afford to be losing that many players to a contact situation.
7th international try for Bundee Aki. See the flags, top of your picture there, blowing across the ground as Sexton lines this one up and judges it beautifully. Back to the safety of the pack. Taken on by Wainwright, Aaron Wainwright.
He's on it.
Winning his 35th international cap. Ireland, though, over the ball and get the turnover. And all the plaudits going to Andrew Porter. That one looks like it's going to squeak out to the right. It has. Miss for Jonathan Sexton. Second row sets it up for Sexton right on that gain line. Van der Flier squirts through for a couple more yards than he might have expected. Caelan Doris, Johnny Sexton, Hugo Keane and Ireland moving the ball around. They have Wales turned, but Wales get players back and will go back for a penalty. Wales offside. He's poked that one to the right and wide as well, and he will be absolutely furious with himself because both of those were kickable. Sexton, Bundyaki scored the first try. Ireland have advantage. Wales offside. Gibson Park dinking behind. Rhys Zammit alive to the danger. But we'll come back for the penalty as Ireland up the tempo. Slight irony in the cheers from the crowd. Ireland lead it by 10 points to 0. Wry smile from Jonathan Sexton.
That's good enough. Yes. Lost it.
Thomas Williams confirms that the clock has gone red, that this will be the last passage of play, flings it to Bigger, who eventually sends it into the crowd, and that will be that at the Aviva Stadium. A game that burst into life in the opening moments and then sort of petered out for the rest of the game. Ireland dominated for large parts, but Wales have hung in there and done well as the game went on. A try for Bundyaki, converted by Sexton, who added a penalty at half-time. It's Ireland by 10 points to 0. Kelleher, Irish line-out, 6 metres short. Tyke Byrne, Josh van der Fleer, Kelleher in to receive around the narrow side. Wales holding on, but holding on illegally and dragging that ball down. Second time they've been penalised. Advantage to Ireland. Aki, and then Sexton and Ringrose, and up to the 5-metre line. Quick ball for Gibson Park. Out wide it goes. Andrew Conway puts his foot on the gas and is in. Conway for the corner. The TMO will decide. But I have to say, on first viewing, he stretched and he got there. Short.
Oh, that just looks short to me. He's not in touch, but I think the issue would be the grounding.
This will be the one.
You say it'll be the one?
Yes, do.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, the player legally moves the ball forward to the line and scores a try.
All in one motion.
All in one motion.
All in one motion. Rhys Zammit almost got there, and Sexton. Advantage being played for Wales for a high tackle. After it goes Josh Adams. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Yeah. You're nowhere near the ball, you drop a shoulder. It's not head contact process, but it's reckless and it's a leading shoulder. How dangerous. It was your penalty over there.
Kelleher to Ryan and the maul. Van der Fleer, Kelleher, Gibson Park.
They moved off the mark.
Lovely hands through that three-quarter line. Mac Hansen for Andrew Conway. Conway uses the feet to get another yard or two. Now Ireland at pace. Tyke Byrne, Van der Fleer, Josh Van der Fleer, almost away. Terrific tackle, and it needed to be from Rhys Zammit. But Ireland, on they come relentlessly. Caelan Doris, 3 metres short. There for Gibson Park. Ireland looking for their third try. Furlong, lovely hands. Sexton runs into a wall of red, and Wales breathe for the moment at least. Gibson Park, Van der Fleer started it all with that take and break, and now it's Conan. Wales hanging on, desperately hanging on. Furlong, Tyke Byrne. It's a green wave that just keeps coming at them. Gibson Park, Conway. Third try for Ireland, a second for Andrew Conway, and in the end, it was inevitable.
Finally getting that ball into that wide channel where they've been creating that space all game.
Thanks, Steve.
Then it's the recycling, the ability to take that short contact, but then still reap the benefits of the momentum that it creates. You feel like the ball is barely on the ground when it's in the Ireland hands, because as soon as it hits the deck, it's up, it's whisked away, and straight out into the space. As easy as that.
The pass from Tyke Byrne to Josh Van der Fleer was flat, clearly, because no one's gone back to have a look at it, but you can understand if you were a Welsh supporter screaming at your television, you're not wrong. Sexton again, looks like he's going to let it go left, but somehow it obeys his boot and turns in and over the post.
Release, tackle out!
By contrast, Wales will be
Yes,
pinned
play! Roll
on
back.
9 occasions.
Roll the ball back, and stopped.
There for Ireland, Gibson Park, Jonathan Sexton, Mac Hansen, hungry for it, Bundyaki. Ringrose has Conway outside him, Ringrose will do it all himself. Magic from Gary Ringrose.
A great awareness there from Gary Ringrose. Liam Williams, 15, had to stay out. He could see Nick Thompson coming across. You've got to trust your inside man is going to make that tackle there. By the time he realises that Nick Thompson has slipped off, it's too late for Liam Williams to be able to change his direction.
It is 11th international try for Gary Ringrose. He's had his injury problems over the last couple of years. Broken jaw, ankle ligaments kept him limited time in the green of Ireland and indeed the blue of Leinster. He'll be absolutely thrilled with that one.
Set!
Feed from Davis. Ireland try and turn the screw, and Ireland do turn the screw.
Both sides.
Murray will want to take this quickly if he's let.
Strike.
Bundyaki.
It's not on it. Release! Outside. Taken back.
Murray. Byrne. And it's stolen by Basham, and out of nowhere Wales will get their first points of the championship. Basham was there to profit. Open side in for Wales' first try of the Guinness Six Nations for 2022, and boy did Wales need that.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Over.
fantastic chop tackle there.
Stu, have a look
Hume,
at
Ringrose out wide, the man of the match, the debutant, Mac Hansen, sets it up. And that
that. Okay.
will surely be that. It is. Echo favourite Coles O'Holtz to a game where Ireland have been in control for most. They scored the tries when they were needed. When Wales at times looked like they'd get in, Ireland found a way to up the tempo and shut them down. In the end, they'll consider it a terrific first day at the office. A bonus point win at the start of the Guinness Six Nations Championship. They'll take it every day. Final score, Ireland 29, Wales 7.